You dreamt that the water broke? That's what I thought, but after a while, it was pouring out of me like a spring flood. Dreaming about water is pretty common during pregnancy after what I've read. What happened then? So I'm sitting there feeling embarrassed in front of the other passengers. I remember trying to cover my lady bits with a towel, but by this point it's gushing out of me basically, so it's not like the towel is doing any good. I'm sitting there smiling apologetically to the crowd around me when I hear a sound, like a cork popping out of a champagne bottle. When I look down between my legs, this fully dressed little man shoots out of me and flops down onto the deck. As some of the people from the crowd help him up, I see who it is, the caretaker from last night. He gets up, brushes the water from his coat, looks at my private parts and casually says, "That's the most interesting entryway to date. I'll have to make a note of it in my journal." Then what? That's when I woke up. He sounds more like a professor than a caretaker. Yeah, there was something dryly academic about him. He's just old, Alicia. They're all a bit dry. Sounds like that caretaker made quite an impression on you. I thought he seemed nice last night, but dreaming this... Yeah, I can see how it would be weird seeing him again after that. I'll get over it. I just need a little time. Okay. Weird shit happening, apparently. What we want to do now, though, is, as Alicia mentioned, writing in lemon juice is an old detective's trick, and the way to make that writing visible is to heat it up in an oven, or in this case, our stove, which is still pretty hot, as we can see here. It's still hot. These old stoves take quite a while to cool off. So yeah, let's take our, well, teared up letter. Someone attempted to dispose of it, so yeah, let's put that on there. The heat seems to have brought out the rest of the letters. Awesome. And yeah, a little trivia here. If you open this fridge, there's only one thing, and that's the lemon. There's a rancid looking lemon still in the fridge, which was probably used to write the letter. So yeah. Let's try to piece this shit together. Here, as you can see, it's not exactly easy to move these around, but hey, whatever. It's not all that difficult, so yeah, it should be okay. This is the top, the right part of the top here. Let's see, yeah, and you can see the rotation is pretty bad, so hope they fix that, seeing as every playthrough of the beta should pick up how long every person that plays it takes to finish every puzzle and such. I hope they pick up that, well, I hope there's more people than just me who spend an unnecessarily long amount of time trying to complete this puzzle. But hey, there we are. You might see some coherency starting to appear here. I'll just piece it together fully before I start reading, though. So let's see here. There we are, about something like that. To whom it may concern, I'm hiding this note in the hope that won't find missing spacer, something going on in I guess it's supposed to be I don't know what. I'm not paranoid. Look under the floorboard below the light switch in the bedroom, and you will see what I mean. Whatever that thing is mine, and I'm not staying around to find out what it does. Perhaps you'll be able to figure it out. Travis, the previous tenant. Okay then. So it seems the previous tenant didn't leave on good terms, somehow. I don't know what thing he referenced, but yeah. And also, this is the picture above the bed that Victor was talking about in the breakfast conversation, which is of course the exact same scenery that we found ourselves in at the beginning of the game. That painting seems a lot like my dream. I must have fallen asleep looking at it. It has the kind of tacky charm that Alicia usually hates. And she does, of course, as she said. But yeah, the floorboard below the light switch. Examine floorboard. The board is nailed to the floor. I can't get it up with my bare hands. Okay then, we'll just have to wait to get that open, I guess. And yeah, we'll be going downstairs to the first floor, the ground floor, or whatever, to look for the moving firm, guys. I think I'll go downstairs to see if the moving firm has arrived yet. You do that, Victor. Alright. To Victor the spoils. So yeah, first time we're venturing outside our apartment. Very exciting. Now, there is one person that isn't relevant to the plot in this chapter, but I'm gonna talk to her anyhow, just to get more feel of this universe and stuff. Yes? Hello, ma'am. My name's Victor Neff. My wife and I just moved in across the hall from you. I just thought I'd stop by and introduce myself. Why, hello there, young fella. I'm Edie Jones. I'm the resident senior in this house. You live here by yourself? Yes, I do. It's just me and my memories now. I used to have a husband around, but he went the way of mortal men. I'm sorry to hear that. Don't be. I didn't much care for him anyway. Did you say your name's Victor Neff? Like the actor? Like the actor, but he lived a bit before my time, though. But you two must be related, surely. No relations, I'm afraid. I've never seen any of his movies either, to be honest. Ah, you're missing out then. He had a knack for playing brutes. He used to be a boxer, see, before he took up acting. Then I assure you our similarities end with our names. You seem like such a polite young man, unlike the caretaker here. Mr. Morton? Yeah, that's the one. You don't like him? How could I? He tried to get me evicted as soon as his father died. Fortunately, I've got connections with the housing board in this town. What do you know about him? About as much as I care to. I've lived here long enough to see him grow up. I knew his father quite well. He was the caretaker prior to little Felix, a wonderful man. Unfortunately, the apple fell far from the tree in this case. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm afraid I'm being rude to my guests. A game of bridge between three is, after all, not a game of bridge at all. See you later then, Mrs. Jones. Just call me Edie. Everybody does. Bye then, Edie. Goodbye, dear. Well, she seems nice enough, and it seems like this Mr. Morton is put in a more and more dark light here. But yeah, just a little detail to call to attention here. You'll notice that the left side of the building, in both second and third floor, I'll show you that afterwards, the apartments there have been sealed off for some unknown reason, and we can't enter, so. And on the right side is the fire escape. I think this box contains fire equipment, sure. And the door is locked, so yeah. There's nothing we can do there in this chapter. Just call the elevator here, and the doors get stuck. Ah, I thought that might happen. I seem to be having some trouble with the elevator. The door jams every once in a while. You'd be well advised to keep some sort of grease product handy, to use on the hinges, you see. I'd lend you some butter, but I'm all out, I'm afraid. That's okay, I'll probably be able to find something. The apartments are fabulous, but these old houses can be a bit creepy. Well, what did you expect from a house built on an Indian burial ground? What? I'm just joshing with you, son. It's founded on bedrock, sturdy as can be. You couldn't bury someone here unless they'd gotten run over by a steamroller. Well, okay then. Well, I guess I'll let her go back to her bridge buddies. I'm sorry if the sound disturbed you, ma'am. I'll leave you in peace now. See you later then, Edie. Goodbye, dear. So yeah, some sort of grease product. I mean, this is kind of a ludicrous puzzle, but hey, we're gonna have to use the baby oil with the elevator to greasen up the doors. I personally don't see how that would do much help at all, but hey, sure, whatever. So yeah, let's enter, and I'll just show you the 3rd floor. There's nothing we can do there in this chapter. There are tenants living to the right and left here, and as you can see, this door is closed off, and this is just another fire exit, so we can't do anything with this bucket, so yeah. But we can try and knock, but no one will come out. I will demonstrate, I guess. That wouldn't be very polite. Yeah, I don't want to upset our new neighbors. Of course we don't. Call the door, but no one comes, so yeah, answers it. We'll go down to the 1st floor then. Alright, let's go to the entrance here and check. Yeah, and also this door is sealed as well on the 1st floor. Something mysterious going on here, I suspect, but hey. Let's just go to the entrance and see how... Oh, okay. It seems our sofa is stuck. The sofa is blocking the entrance. Let's talk and see if we can get some help out of this guy then, the mover. Are you Victor Neff? Yeah, that's me. We've got your sofa here, sir. Ready and delivered. So if you just sign the reception receipt right here, I'll leave it in your hands. But it's blocking the entrance. Oh, you should have thought about the size when you bought it, sir. Quite a common mistake, really. We deliver door to door, like it says right here in the contract. And technically speaking, this sofa has been delivered to a door. That doesn't sound fair. I don't buy that for a second. I think you managed to get our sofa stuck in the doorway, and since you can't get it free, you're just gonna leave it there? You call it stuck, I say it's delivered. Jesus. Sir. And you're content with that? I guess I am. When did you stop caring about your job, man? Helping people move their furniture is my greatest passion, sir. Come on, help me out here. I got a pregnant wife upstairs and I can't get this free by myself. Well, I guess I could give you this complimentary crowbar. I'm sure a big guy like you will be able to pry that sofa free in no time. Provided that you sign the reception receipt, of course. I refuse to sign anything until the sofa is in our apartment. Then we'll be standing here a very long time, and I wish to remind you, we're charging you by the hour. Your moving firm is by far the worst I've ever employed. A thorough checkup is always recommended before employing someone's services, sir. I guess we have no choice then. Fine, give it here, I'll sign the damn thing. I'm glad you see reason, sir. Here we go. You haven't heard the last of this. Signed and delivered. Personally, I consider this a job well done. I'm sure you do. Okay, so not much help here. Can't trust anyone these days, apparently. And yeah, just a quick look at who lives in this building. You have Willard Moreau on the top floor, 3rd floor, and Salma Theed. Then there is Edie Jones, who is our neighbor. And this is for our apartment, but it says Travis Brittle. I guess he was the previous tenant in our apartment. Sure was. And then there is Felix Morton, his private mailbox, and Morton Estates Incorporated, which is the business one, I guess. Let's see if our apartment key can open this. The mailbox is empty. Okay. Never mind then. Well, we'll just exit here. We can't leave the building, as you probably imagined.